In this video, I'm going to show you how to instantly relieve fibromyalgia pain in a very easy to follow step-by-step guide. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that can give both quick and long-lasting relief for fibromyalgia pain. If you're unfamiliar with fibromyalgia, it's a chronic or long-lasting disorder that causes muscle and joint pains throughout the whole body. It can also lead to other symptoms such as fatigue, mood disturbances, even disruption of sleep. So to make getting relief easy, I'm going to break the video up into two separate parts. In the first part, we're going to focus on releasing tension and tightness in both the upper and lower body and also helping to improve circulation. This may give quick relief even within 30 seconds. In the second part, we're going to focus on long-lasting relief by strengthening the muscles throughout the body. To get the best results, go through both parts and use what works best for you. With that being said, let's get started. With this exercise, we're going to focus on releasing tightness and tension pretty much throughout the whole upper body. This one is best done standing, but you can do this in a chair without armrests. So let's start by focusing on our fingers and our hands. We're going to do what are known as piano fingers. So imagine a keyboard right out in front of you. While you're doing this exercise, try to spread your fingers out as much as you can and also raise and lower your thumbs as much as you can. You should feel pretty much everything from your fingertips into your hands, into the wrists, into the forearms start to fire. This is a really good one to increase circulation into the fingers. Do this roughly for about 5 to 10 seconds, and during that time, really try to build into it as much as you can. From there, relax and repeat one more time. With all of these movements too, you can throw in as many repetitions as you like if you feel like they're helping you out. So now let's turn our attention a little bit more towards the wrist. As we do the piano fingers, let's also do big, wide circles with our wrists. Doesn't matter what direction you go in, do it about 5 times, switch it up in the opposite direction, and then repeat. So now we're going to move up towards our elbows and our shoulders. We're going to do what are called pendulum swings, pretty straightforward. So we're just going to do a swinging motion with our arms, but as we go up, let's bend our elbows like this. As we come back down, let's straighten them and then come back up. Just let gravity do a lot of the hard work too. Also, when I do this exercise, I try to crisscross my arms. You don't have to do that. It just feels like it offers me a little bit better of a stretch doing it. But I like to do this for about 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to swing into it just a little bit more. So now we're going to target the upper back and the shoulders a little bit more by doing what are called snow angels. So imagine being outside on the ground doing a snow angel. What you want to do is drive your shoulder blades back just a little bit, kind of like trying to pinch your tips like that until you feel the chest activate and also the muscles in the upper back. And from there, you're just going to raise your arms up towards the ceiling as much as you can, hold that for a brief second, and then slowly come back down. And do this roughly 5 to 10 times. With each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. This is a really good postural exercise also. So now let's really turn our attention towards our shoulders. What I'm going to do is known as a swimmer. So imagine being in a pool. You're going to drive your shoulders backward again, but this time around we're going to do big wide circles with our hands, just nice big wide circles going forward and then reaching backward like this. Do this about 5 times in one direction and then switch it up in the opposite direction and repeat. This is one of my favorite ones. So the last movement is probably my favorite because it's a 3D exercise that's really going to pinpoint the movement that's going to offer the most amount of relief. This is called the figure 8. So what I'm going to do is go through pretty much all of the movements of the upper back. That is extension, looking upward towards the ceiling like this. So as we do this, what we're going to do is raise our elbows towards the ceiling and also look up. We're also going to go into flexion, which is rounding forward, drawing our chin down and also our elbows. We're also going to do rotation, or turning or twisting like this, and also bending. But the key is we're going to combine all of those movements in one. So take your hands, put them right on the back of your head, elbows go straight ahead. What you want to do is trace a figure 8. So swing up like this, do that big loop, go all the way towards the top and then come back down towards the middle. As you trace the bottom part of the 8, what you're going to do is then lean forward, swing back up. But do this roughly a couple of times, switch up in the opposite direction. The next movement is any movement you like. So you can do any shape or symbol. You can write the alphabet or your name. The key is to put the back through as many different positions as possible through extension, flexion, rotation, trying to find that one certain movement that just attacks tightness the most, offers the most relief. Like let's say when I do this, if I bend and go down towards my left, it just hits that spot. What I want to do is slowly build into that over and over again until it finally releases, and then from there just switch it up into different positions, as many as possible, until everything feels like it's nice and loose. So now let's turn our attention towards releasing tension and tightness in the lower body. We're going to start seated with our legs roughly hip width apart. Let's begin by targeting our feet, working up towards the knees and then towards the hips. So I'm going to do what is called a heel-toe raiser. Let's take our toes, open them up as much as we can, and then curl them down into the floor or the carpet until you feel a really good activation of the muscles throughout the foot. From there, you're going to place all of your lower body weight onto the balls of your feet and then slowly raise your heels upward towards the ceiling as much as you can. Really focus on feeling it into the calves. Hold this comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds, and then you're going to lower your heels, press them into the floor, raise your toes upward towards the ceiling as much as you can, and then spread your toes out. Again, you should feel it into the calves, but more towards the front of the shins on this one. Hold this 3 to 5 seconds, and then you just want to relax and repeat this whole cycle about 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. To take this one to the next level and target the ankles just a little bit more, you can add in what is known as a windshield wiper. So as we do this movement, go all the way up with your toes, and like a windshield wiper, what you're going to do is just swing your feet towards one side, focusing on moving through your ankles. Just hits the muscles a little bit differently. Hold that for a second or two and then do it on the opposite side. Do this roughly 3 to 5 times in both directions, and then repeat doing this with the heels. Also, when you do this, really focus on trying to feel a pretty good activation around the knees. This one really helps with knee stiffness also. So let's now focus a little bit more on our knees. So what you want to do is just keep your heel on the floor, just one side, and then try to straighten your knee out as much as you can. If you have a lot of knee pain or stiffness, stop before the point that you're going to experience pain. But if you're able to, try to straighten your knee out as much as you can. From there, what you're going to do is hold that position and then turn your foot inward as much as you can until you feel a really good activation of the muscles around the knee. You're then going to take your hands, grab the edge of the chair, and then slowly lift your leg upward towards the ceiling as much as you can. The goal is not only to feel it around the knee, but also to activate the muscles right here on the top of the thigh, including the hip flexors. You should really feel it right here on top. Hold this for 3 to 5 seconds and then relax. On the next repetition, turn your foot outward as much as you can and then do the same thing. It just hits it a little bit differently. Try to do this while also trying to straighten your knee out as much as you can over and over again for about 5 repetitions in both directions. Just remember, whatever you do on one side, always do on the other to keep everything in balance. So last, let's now focus on our hip, especially with the glute muscles. If you're unfamiliar with the glutes or the buttocks, they are one of the main instigators of lower back and hip pain. I believe they are the most responsible for back pain, so it's really important that we have these nice and relaxed. What I'm going to do is take one side's ankle and put it up over the other side's knee. So when you look down, should look like a figure 4. I know a lot of people are going to struggle getting into this position, so this is how you can make it easier. Straighten one leg like this, put the other side's ankle over your shin, grab that shin right there, slide it up into position. But the movement is very straightforward. We're going to take our hands and cup on the outside of this bent knee, and we're going to passively pull this knee towards the other side's shoulder. So I'm just taking my right knee towards my left shoulder. Build into this one as much as you can. You should feel a great stretch form on the outside of your thigh, working towards the hip right here into the glutes. Focus on feeling it right here into the glutes. Hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds and do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Just let out as much tension as you can. From there, relax and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. If you would like to take this one to the next level and activate the glutes a little bit more, including to help strengthen them, you can do this movement instead. So you're going to take this bent knee and press it towards the floor, but don't use your hands. Instead, use your leg strength, your glute strength right here, to press that knee down as much as you can until you feel those muscles around the hips start to activate. Hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, relax, repeat this 10 times. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or 2. Just remember, whatever you do on one side, always do on the other to keep everything in balance. So if you're looking to get long-lasting fibromyalgia pain relief, your best bet is to strengthen the muscles throughout the body. To keep it simple, here's a really easy exercise that you can do every single day that's going to target both the upper and the lower body. It's called the bird dog. To get into position, you're going to start on all fours like this. If your mattress is firm enough, you can do this one in bed. It probably will be easier to do on a floor. So let's start with the beginner's bird dog. What you're going to do is slowly straighten one knee while keeping the top of that side's foot on the bed or the floor and just sliding it away from you as much as you can. Really focus on pointing your toes away from you also. In this position, you should feel a great stretch form from your calves that works towards the thighs, into the hips, towards the back, but really focus on feeling it into the hips and the back. Once you feel that, you're then going to hold this and slowly raise your leg up until it's straight in line with the body. In this position, you should feel a ton of muscles start to fire. You should feel it into the core, working its way into the back, the hips, the glutes, all the way down into the legs towards the toes. You're going to hold this one comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds, and then you're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat it on the other side. Do this one nice and slowly for 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. But if it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or 2. So to take this one to the next level, let's progress into the full bird dog. It's pretty similar to what we just did, but what we're going to do is slowly raise the other side's arm at the same time. So I'm raising my left hand with my right leg. Your body is really going to be challenged to balance. For a lot of people, you're probably going to wobble because those muscles are weak. So this one is going to help you with balance issues and also helping to build coordination. 5-second hold, you're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat it on the other side. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.